It was just another day at the Al Nasser training ground. The sun beat down on the perfectly manicured pitch. The players went through their usual drills. The mood was focused, but routine. No one expected what was about to happen. This was a closed session, far from the roar of stadium crowds. Yet, in this quiet, private space, something extraordinary occurred. A moment of pure football magic was captured, not by television cameras, but by a simple phone. This small clip would soon travel across the world, reminding everyone of the genius that still resides in Cristiano Ronaldo. It started with a ball placed far from the goal, a distance most would not even attempt. From nearly 35 meters out, Ronaldo stood over the ball. He took a few steps back, his posture unmistakable. The goalkeeper arranged his wall, but it seemed more a formality than a real defense. How could anyone score from there? His teammates watched, some casually, others with a hint of anticipation. They had seen him do incredible things before, but even they were not prepared for this. The air was still, the world seemed to hold its breath for just a second. Then, he began his run-up. It was the same iconic approach he had perfected over 2 decades. His focus was absolute. He was in his own world, the ball and the goal his only companions. The strike was clean. The ball flew off his boot with incredible power. It traveled in a straight line, seemingly heading high and wide of the goal. The goalkeeper took a small step, thinking he had it covered. But then, the impossible happened. The ball suddenly and violently swerved in midair. It was a knuckleball, a shot defined by its chaotic, unpredictable movement. It defied physics. It defied logic. The ball dipped and changed direction at the last possible moment, leaving the goalkeeper completely frozen. He could only watch as it rocketed into the back of the net. The sound of the ball hitting the net echoed across the silent training pitch. For a moment, there was stunned silence. Then, the training ground erupted. Teammates threw their hands on their heads in disbelief. Some burst into laughter, unable to comprehend what they had just witnessed. The coaching staff looked at each other, shaking their heads with smiles on their faces. This was not a lucky shot. It was a demonstration of skill that bordered on the supernatural. In a place where excellence was the daily standard, Ronaldo had once again raised the bar. He had turned a simple training drill into a spectacle, a moment of pure, unadulterated football brilliance that no one present would ever forget. It was a goal for the ages, performed for an audience of only a few. The knuckleball is not just a shot, it is a science. It is one of the most difficult techniques to master in football. Unlike a curling free kick where a player uses spin to bend the ball, the knuckleball is struck with almost no spin at all. Ronaldo hits the ball directly on its center with the hard bone of his instep. This technique sends the ball through the air with an erratic, unpredictable flight path. The lack of rotation makes the ball susceptible to the slightest changes in air pressure, causing it to wobble and swerve unexpectedly. It is a high-risk, high-reward skill that few players in history have truly mastered, making Ronaldo's execution of it so special. What made this particular goal so remarkable was the sheer distance. Scoring a knuckleball from 20 or 25 meters is difficult enough. To do it from nearly 35 meters requires an astonishing level of power and precision. The ball must be struck with enough force to travel the distance, yet with the perfect technique to eliminate spin. The slightest miscalculation would send the ball soaring into the stands. Ronaldo's goal was a perfect symphony of power and finesse. The ball's trajectory was initially flat and straight, kind of lulling the goalkeeper into a false sense of security before its dramatic, late movement made a save utterly impossible. After the ball rippled the net, the reactions told the whole story. The goalkeeper stood motionless, his arms still by his side, a look of pure shock on his face. He had been beaten not by a shot he misjudged, but by one that seemed to operate outside the known laws of physics. His teammates, seasoned professionals who see great goals every day, reacted like fans. Their laughter and gestures of disbelief were a testament to the goal's quality. They knew they had just witnessed a moment of individual brilliance that transcended a normal training session. It was a reminder that they were sharing a pitch with a living legend. Yet amid the chaos and excitement, Ronaldo's reaction was the most telling. There was no wild celebration. There was no fist-pumping or shouting. He simply offered a calm, confident smile. He turned around, picked up another ball, and prepared to take the next shot. For him, this was not a miracle. It was the expected result of countless hours of practice. His serene demeanor showed a man who is not surprised by his own greatness. This quiet confidence is a hallmark of his career. The spectacular is his routine. The impossible is just another challenge to be met and conquered through relentless work. The secret to Cristiano Ronaldo's seemingly endless success is not a secret at all. It is built on a foundation of discipline and hard work that few can comprehend. let alone replicate. The viral knuckleball goal was not a spontaneous act of genius. It was the culmination of a rigorous, unseen routine. On that day, long before his teammates had even arrived at the training ground, Ronaldo was already there. Reports confirmed he showed up 2 hours early. This is his standard. The pitch was empty, the world was quiet, and his solitary work began. He does not do this for the cameras or for applause. He does it for himself. His private pre-training workout is legendary within the clubs he has played for. It is an intense and grueling session designed to push his body to its absolute limits. It starts in the gym with heavy lifts to maintain his powerful physique. It continues with explosive sprints to keep the sharpness and speed that have defined his game for years. Then, he moves on to the pitch. Alone, he practices long shots, free kicks, and finishing drills. He repeats the same movements over and over again, honing his technique with a monk-like focus. This is where goals like the knuckleball are born, not in the 90 minutes of a match, but in the lonely hours before anyone else is watching. This relentless dedication explains why, at an age when most footballers have long since retired, he continues to perform at an elite level. His body is a finely tuned machine, maintained not by chance, but by an unwavering commitment to his craft. He understands that talent alone is not enough. It must be nurtured and sharpened every single day. His early arrivals and extra sessions are not just about physical conditioning, they are about mental preparation. He visualizes success, he builds the confidence that allows him to attempt and score from impossible situations. This is the mindset of a true champion. When his teammates finally arrived for the official session, Ronaldo was already warmed up, focused, and in the zone. He had already put in a full day's work. What they saw was not a player winding down his career in a less demanding league. They saw a competitor who was hungrier and more driven than ever. His intensity is contagious. It raises the standard for everyone around him. The spectacular goal was simply a glimpse into the results of this extraordinary work ethic. It was a product of the sweat and sacrifice that happens when the stadium is empty, and the only witness is his own ambition. In the hours after the training clip was leaked, the internet did what it does best. It exploded. The video spread like wildfire across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It was shared, commented on, and dissected by millions of fans, journalists, and even other players. The consensus was universal. This was something special. The goal dominated online football discussions, pushing aside transfer rumors and match results. It was a raw, unfiltered display of talent that captured the imagination of the global football community. The clip was not a polished marketing video, it was a candid moment that felt authentic and all the more powerful for it. The online conversation quickly centered on one theme: Cristiano Ronaldo is simply ageless. Commentators and fans marveled at how, on the verge of turning 40, he could still produce moments of such breathtaking quality. The power in the shot, the technique of the knuckleball, and the sheer audacity of the attempt were all hallmarks of a player in his prime. This led to a wave of nostalgic and aspirational posts. Many fans, particularly those of Real Madrid, began to clamor for a return to Europe. "Bring him home," they wrote, arguing that his skill level still surpassed that of many top players in the world's most competitive leagues. This single goal served as a powerful counter-narrative to the idea that his move to Saudi Arabia was a quiet retirement. It proved that his ambition and ability had not faded. Ronaldo is a player who has always thrived on silencing his critics, and this viral moment was another chapter in that long story. He showed the world that his hunger to be the best remains undiminished, regardless of where he plays. The calls for a European comeback were a testament to his enduring status. He is not seen as a former great, but as a current one who just happens to be playing outside the traditional footballing epicenters. Ultimately, this is what separates Ronaldo from so many other great players. It is his relentless drive for self-improvement, combined with his ability to produce spectacular moments that capture the world's attention. He is more than just a footballer, he is a global phenomenon. People love watching him not only for the goals and the trophies, but for the story of his unwavering dedication. He embodies the idea that with hard work, anything is possible. That knuckleball, fired in an empty training ground, was not just a goal, it was a statement. It was Cristiano Ronaldo reminding the world once again that his story is far from over.